What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you'll see a Patreon account. If you click it, you can become a member. All you got to do is try to recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to, so click the damn link. Without further ado, I am here to introduce a couple of guests. You guys know these people, usual suspects, so on and so forth. You have my man right here with the blood red wall, Senor Del Boy. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, this is Del Boy from Movie Mash. Check out my channel. I'm sure he's going to put a link in there. I've been looking forward to this all week because it's one of those ones that it's one of the best matchups you could get that we've ever done. I reckon anyway. It's so tight. But I'm looking forward to hearing what these two guys got to say as well, especially this one here because he hates the red eyes. So I want to know what you've got to say about that. But yeah, that's me.
All right, and then down below in these two areas right here, you have D and J movie reviews. So go ahead and introduce both of yourselves, and then plug your channel twice, I guess.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay from D&J Movie Reviews, back again with my bros, Cinema Chop Shop, and my boy Del Boy Movie Mash, bro, for another epic discussion video, man. And just like I said, man, you know, from D&J Movie Reviews, just subscribe to the channel, man, support us, and you know, I'm ready to ride out in this discussion video, so let's get it.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy is Darrell D from D&J Movie Reviews.
Spoken today.
And yeah, I'm here with my boy, you know, Cinema Chop Shop and Movie Mash. Y'all check this out. Y'all check them out on that YouTube. So let's get it.
Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the discussion. You know me, I like to have the horror versus battle, the hypothetical versus battle, entering the Terrordome, as I like to call it. And today, the two combatants entering the Terrordome are M3GAN, little AI robot that does a little dance and shit, and then we also have Chucky, but not the voodoo doll Chucky. We're gonna go ahead with the 2019 remake, the Buddy Chucky. You know, you are my buddy, that guy. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into round one. Round one. Which character do you guys think has the better design? Like overall, which ones has the better design appearance-wise? Who wants to go first? Well, you chimed in first, so go ahead. M3GAN, why?
M3GAN, because, I mean, she looks real, like an AI. If you want to create an AI, that's what you'll look for right there. Period. Okay. Hands down. That's an AI.
All right, so she has that real artificial intelligence, that real look. All right.
That real look. Buddy? No. No, not at all. Nah, right. I'm sorry.
No buddies, no friends to the end, none of that? No?
Nah, all right. No. Mm-mm.
All right, so we got one from M3GAN. Who wants to chime in next?
I'm gonna go ahead and say M3GAN, just because the doll itself kind of looks like Elizabeth Olsen a little bit. Kind of.
Elizabeth Olsen? Okay. All right.
No, I'm saying,
I'm worried about what you would do with that doll if you had it. You know?
No.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
You want to be my buddy?
No, I'm just saying this. It has the better design, everything, all the stuff. So,
who has the better design? Buddy?
M3GAN.
Oh, M3GAN has a. What about her design makes her better though?
Well, I guess like the eyes and all stuff, even though they're kind of creepy and everything.
He said the eyes. Oh man, that's been a run-on joke this whole time, and I didn't think you were actually gonna do it. All right, cool. The eye.
He hates Chucky's red eyes. So for anyone that don't know, look, he's not.
Oh my god, this man said.
Oh, he's got his. I'm not fucking about, Joe. Look on his face. So let's move it on. All right, so it's my turn now, right? So first of all, I don't think with Chucky, I don't think they were trying to make Chucky look as serious. That he wanted it to look like a doll, not a real person. If you get what I mean, they weren't going for that. So it's unfair to say, well, for me, I feel it's unfair to say that M3GAN's design was better because she would look like a real girl. I think they wanted Chucky to look like a doll, a kid's toy sort of thing. When it comes to design, I like Chucky's more. Not because it has red eyes, but I'm just saying is sorry, can't help it. Sorry. But no, not because of that. I just think it's more colourful. He just, to me, looks like something I'd like to have. Where M3GAN, she looks a bit too. Even when she's not looking creepy, she's looking creepy. If you know what I mean, she looks like sinister when she don't. And she nearly looks like CGI. I don't think she was though. But with Chucky, he just kind of looks creepy and fun at the same time with his clothes, his colourful, his red hair. I just like the design, not by much.
So he looks like you.
He looks like me, yeah, with the red and all that, red eyes. That's why Justin.
That explains that you got the red wall right behind you.
That's it, exactly. Yeah, just it's only like it's bits and pieces. I think they're both pretty decent. I'm not picking Chucky because they picked M3GAN. I'm not doing that on purpose. I just think I'd like, if I had to have one, I'd like the Chucky. I'd put him on my wall or something with the red.
I'll go with the old school Chucky, put him on wall instead of that one.
Yeah, I know, but if we're picking out of these two, I still liked how the color, just only by a little bit though.
All right, so to me, both characters have like this weird. They both have weird faces. To me, honestly, like their head and facial structures both look weird. I think that Chucky or Buddy has a more weirder looking face. Like his face looks more like John Travolta. Like I think he looks like John Travolta. I don't think he looks like Elizabeth Olsen. Like I could just imagine him like doing this and shit with what's her name from Pulp Fiction. Like that's what I see when I see a doll version of John Travolta. But anyway, M3GAN's design is a little bit more realistic. She actually kind of comes off like a real person. The face does look very CGI generated, but I think that it's a mask, but the mask is enhanced with CGI if I'm not mistaken. Because like I said, I met the girl that does like the body stunts for her. So she don't look shit like the M3GAN doll, like at all. So she had to put something on her head. But anyway, to the point, which one I think is a better design? I'm gonna say M3GAN only because it's more original. The Buddy's design was really just trying to look like Chucky, but just change it to the point where it could be its own thing. So it's just kind of like a revamp or a retouch version of what Chucky would have been like. So I'm only going with M3GAN mostly because her character is a little bit more original than the Buddy design. At least that's my opinion. So any rebuttals about anything that was said so far?
For me, it was just because which one would I like to have if I had to have one at home, on my wall or on somewhere, not at the end of my bed like Jennifer, what's her name, Olsen, because that would end up different. But I'm just saying is that I just like how it could look colourful, and that's it. Just that's all. It's which one would I like to have, and that would be the one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next round number 2, we're going to talk about which movie is actually the better movie. All right. So I have a kind of a controversial take, so I think I'm gonna go last. But who wants to go ahead and go first? Which one is the better movie?
I'm gonna go ahead and say M3GAN's the better movie.
Okay, why is M3GAN the better movie?
Well, just watching M3GAN, like you start out, just kind-hearted in the beginning, then towards the middle, then you see how the way that the her friend was getting picked on and all stuff, and then after that, then you kind of see like a serious tone of M3GAN, and then what was crazy is when that dog was over there barking. Y'all remember that? The neighbor, and then next thing you know, she killed the dog. How the way that she killed the dog, I thought that was tight. I was like, dang, bro, M3GAN for real. And then towards the end, when she grabbed a little girl and all stuff and called her little B and all stuff, it's crazy, man. But I think that M3GAN, she just had like a serious tone to her. Like honestly, like the vibes that I got from the movie is just how the way that she was like coming through on set and everything, coming through on the scene and just delivering everything. Like the dialogue that she like put out was just on point. That's how the way I got it.
All right. I mean, just quickly, but I watched both of them just for this video, and a lot of the things that you just said were in Chucky as well. He was getting bullied by his stepfather, the wife's girlfriend. He killed a cat. There is so many similarities to the way
That's
was
what I was
made.
going to get into.
You know,
That's
there was,
exactly you
there
went
was
where I
so
was
many
going.
similarities where you're talking about serious. There was a few serious moments where, you know, as I said, he was being bullied. He didn't have any friends, and then he's getting pushed around by his father and or stepfather, and they had the same similar things going on. Really, they literally in some ways were nearly the same script.
No, that's exactly where I was going. All right, look, I'm gonna just say it then. I think M3GAN copied Chucky. I think that basically,
honestly, you know what? I was
a
thinking
carbon
that
copy of Chucky.
I was
But
thinking
if you think about it, I mean, yeah, there was similar ideas, but remember, make the girl's parents died. Only way the girl who actually got bullied is when she went to that camp, when she went to school. That's the only time she ever got bullied. And the kid got bullied of teenagers because he had a doll. He didn't make friends or anything like that. He was had a single mom, but the reason why M3GAN was actually made was just for her because she didn't have anybody. So
but both characters, M3GAN and Buddy, filled in that void because they didn't have anybody. So it's still the same idea, though. Like in general.
And M3GAN was already in the process. They were just using the little girl to see how it was working.
See how she's going to react and respond to it. I totally get both of y'all, all three of what y'all saying.
That don't make one better than the other. The other one could have been executed better. I'm just saying. Just to me, there was a lot of similarities.
There was a lot of similarities.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
I mean, Darrell, which one would you prefer, like, of the two?
Hey, which movie did you like the more?
I like M3GAN more than I like Chucky.
Okay.
Any specific reason?
I mean, it's just that because M3GAN, they was already making a doll, because they was already into it. But, now her niece, her parents died. So, okay, now I have a reason to make that doll. Because remember when she moved in with her aunt and her aunt, and they was like, she had a doll, she had a robot already made, but they couldn't finish it. So, the girl gave the aunt ideas about how we're gonna make M3GAN, how we're gonna make the face, how we're gonna make the eyes, how we're gonna make everything about it. So that's why I think about it is that it drew me into both of them. Chucky, we already seen that. We already seen how Chucky's gonna do. I mean, what's the first Chucky that came out? He got possessed.
1987.
87. Yeah. Okay, so we got all that. We already know what Chucky was gonna do. Now this one is like something different. It's like, okay, her parents died. She don't got nobody. Let's just make this doll for her and see how it's going to react.
Okay. Well, I'm not. All right. I'm going to say I watched them both again last night.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that I find them even.
Similar.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I couldn't pick one over the other because I do think as a remake, and I know we've spoken about this before, Davey, but as a remake, it's everything a remake should be. It's not quite the same. They've changed a little bit, kept some of the elements the same.
Yeah.
It was fast paced. Mark Hamill being the voice, the Joker himself. And it's just, I watched both of them and they're paced really well. And some of the deaths are surprisingly good. And I just couldn't choose which one. For me, they're both as good as each other as a draw. Because, again, they're very similar. The only main difference I find with the two is that Chucky was already pretty much created at the start, where we see the creation of M3GAN.
It's the same. Yeah, like you said, the same like us.
But Chucky was already pretty much shipped and in a box already, But
it was the same like M3GAN too. She was already created. Like they was already creating her.
Yeah, there would be. We watched the creation as they're putting the skin on and all these. But with Chucky, there is already even the second Chucky good guy was on the way out. But for me anyway, as I say, I watched them both. I think Chucky or Child's Play is an underrated remake. I think
It really is.
put it down more than it should because it ain't Chucky. But when it's exactly the same, people are going, "Oh, it's exactly the same." Well, it ain't. But as I say,
It's really,
also,
it's really not the same, really.
So what we call it, a draw?
Megan wasn't Megan a kick in the teeth to the people who wouldn't give the rights to carry on making Chucky sequel? Have you heard
I
that?
don't know.
Yeah.
I heard
Well,
it.
actually, I heard about. Well, I knew that the Chucky sequel was dependent on how well it did, and it did okay in the movie theater. And they were talking about sequels, but Don Mancini ended up bringing out the show, and they didn't want to have like two Chuckies like kind of like taking up all the space,
kind of split, going back and forth with each other. So
Yeah,
They just didn't want two Chuckies going on in the same universe. Like when the remake came out, Child's Play was kind of like, or Chucky was kind of like stagnant for a while. Like nothing was coming out. You know, you didn't really have any more Chucky stuff coming out. So when the Child's Play movie came out, it kind of was its own little thing. It happened, got well received, and then that's when Don Mancini was like, "Well, whatever, I'm going to make a TV show." Made a terrible fucking TV show that got 3 seasons so far. And honestly, I'd rather see a fucking remake I'd rather see the sequel to the remake at this point. But just to chime in and give my thoughts on which movie's actually better. As far as script, I'm going to give it to Chucky, mainly because M3GAN is kind of like a carbon copy of Chucky. So script-wise, the idea, the concept, all of it is way too similar. But I will say that M3GAN did execute it a lot better. M3GAN executed a lot better, and M3GAN's third act was a lot better than the third act in the Child's Play remake. Also, in regards to the kills, I felt like once you see M3GAN, the unrated version, because I was disappointed in PG-13, and you didn't see a lot of those kills in the movie theater. A lot of the shit happened off screen. So that kind of like took some points away. But once they released the unrated version on Peacock or wherever it came out, I was a little bit more happier with and satisfied with actually seeing the kills that took place. Because I was in the theater and I'm like, oh, like that's a cool kill. Like, why didn't they show it? Or that could have been a really cool thing to showcase. So for them pulling punches was kind of.
Why was they trying to make it? Like, why was they trying to make it PG-13 in the beginning, bro?
Because it makes more. It's going to make more money. PG-13, you're going to get a younger audience to. I mean, at the end of if you really want to hit $1 billion, the easiest way to do it is involve kids in some way.
If you Davey, they don't understand that, bro. Like we do. We understand it more than those kids do, bro.
I get it, but they don't fucking care about who understands it or not. They just want asses in the seats, and they want to make their money back tenfold. So if you want to make your money back, then more than likely you're going to have to involve kids in some shape, form, or fashion. That's why Venom was never rated R, because you're not going to cross that $1 billion line if most likely you're rated R. Like, how many rated R movies have crossed $1 billion?
I don't know.
How many PG-13 and rated and PG movies have crossed the $1 billion line? We can name a few, right?
Yeah,
a lot.
Exactly. So that's the point. In order to cross that $1 billion line, you got to involve kids, because one, that's more tickets. Two, that's more repeated viewings, because kids have obsessive natures. So they're going to be like, oh, I want to see Spider-Man again. I want to see Spider-Man again. I want to see Spider-Man again. And they're going to drag your ass in the movie theater, sit your ass in the seat and watch Spider-Man.
And M3GAN was marketed at kids as well. A lot of kids were raving about this stupid dance she was doing.
Yeah, definitely. Shit was that. They had an amazing marketing campaign as well, too, by the way.
Yeah.
But so I mean, overall, like I said, I think the scripts are very similar. I think M3GAN executed a little bit better. I think the kills were a little bit better. And I'm just going to give a slight edge to M3GAN for the better film. But as a remake, I'm not taking anything away from Child's Play. Child's Play is a freaking amazing remake, and I think that it should be watched and appreciated a little bit more than what it really is. So, any rebuttals about anything that was just said right now?
No, I
agree. I'll call it a draw.
Well, I wouldn't quite. I'm just going to say I still think M3GAN was surprisingly good for me. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
No, I really didn't either.
Yeah, because when we was in the movie theater, me and McJustin was like, damn, M3GAN really did that shit.
It was paced really well.
You know what, Davey, Derek, y'all are right. It is, M3GAN is a carbon copy off a Child's Play remake a little bit, but I think that, and I'm pretty sure that the writers and them, when they was like making this movie and all stuff, they probably stole some ideas from Child's Play remake. And then I'm pretty sure that when they got to like the third act, they was like, we gonna amp this up. We gonna make this better. We gonna make M3GAN that girl. Like we gonna make her like serious. And
I mean, rogue AI movies aren't like unheard of. Like you have Morgan, you got Ex Machina. Like the type of movie isn't like unheard of. But I knew that something was up when I got screeners to see M3GAN like months. I'm talking about months, like 6 or more months before it came out. And I'm like, what the fuck is a M3GAN? You know? And I was like, I was trying to look up online, and I saw like I read a little synopsis about it. I'm like, okay, so this is kind of like, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, this kind of sounds like Child's Play. And I was like, I don't know, it's Blumhouse, it's probably marketed, like, bless you, it's marketed to teenagers. I don't really know, so I passed up on it. But then I knew something was up when I go to Monster Palooza, and the little girl from M3GAN has her own booth before the movie even comes out. That shit surprised me. Wow. Like you don't never see that. I don't like you never see somebody that has one movie that's not even released yet have their own booth. So I was like, and I was looking, I was like, man, if somebody was, I was like, if this movie blows, whoever gets his autograph is gonna be like, that's a smart move to get the autograph now. But surprisingly though, I actually met her and I got like a poster signed or whatever, and she was really nice, but her booth wasn't really like super busy, but it was busy enough. I noticed that the people that bring their kids, they brought their kids to that booth, like to go get like autographs and shit. So that was cool.
Gotcha.
But let's go ahead and go into the third and final act. But before I kind of like do it, I feel like there's some groundwork I gotta set. So round 3 is going to be a hypothetical versus battle between Chucky, the buddy doll, and M3GAN. Now, I have to ask this question. We're going to do one in Chucky's world, and we're going to do one in M3GAN's world. So, like, if Chucky was in M3GAN's world and if M3GAN was in Chucky's world. And there's a reason why I'm saying this, and it'll make sense later when we start breaking it down. Derek, you rewatched the movie, so I think you probably know what I'm hinting at. Or probably not. Yeah? Okay, cool. Yeah, all right, so hypothetical, you want to do M3GAN's world first, or you want to do Chucky's world first?
I'll let you guys choose.
Let's go to Chucky.
Go Chuck.
Chucky's world. All right, cool. So Chucky's world. In a hypothetical fight between Chucky and M3GAN, where she enters his universe, who wins in the battle? Chucky or M3GAN? With a little dance. All right. All right. Who wins? Hypothetical versus battle. She comes strolling.
I call it a draw. I call it a draw.
What, a draw? I didn't think it was going to be a draw. Why do you call it a draw?
Because they both can do the same exact shit. Shit.
But the thing is,
they can do the same. They can control other things. They can do other things. They do the same exact shit. It's a draw for me.
Okay. All right.
Justin,
I remember, and Buddy,
that flips like M3GAN, bro.
Remember, and Buddy, when they went to the store, Chucky was controlling the TV. Chucky was controlling the dang robots. Chucky was doing this, but in M3GAN was controlling the TV. M3GAN was controlling the robots. M3GAN was calling cell phones. M3GAN was doing this. That's a draw for me.
Okay. You think so? You think they just gonna stalemate it?
Yeah.
They gonna do that thing where Goku and Vegeta just sock each other. Bah! All right, Justin, you were chiming in. What were you trying to say?
I think I might give it to M3GAN just because, like, the attributes that I've seen from her just doing like flips and dances and everything, it's crazy. But I never seen. I'm not trying to just base it off of that, but I just seen how the way that the kills that she done in that movie, bro. I think if she was in Chucky's world, bro, she probably do the same thing, bro, or not, if more. So that's the reason why I'm giving kind of like the edge to M3GAN just a little bit. I mean, Chucky in the remake, he was nice too towards like the middle and the end, but not like the kill. I guess the kills towards the end, I didn't feel as much as I did with M3GAN, if that makes sense. See what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So my turn. I'm gonna say in Chucky's world, Chucky wins.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I think the same shit.
There's one aspect that may change the whole game, but all right, and it will work on both worlds as far as I'm concerned. But there's one aspect that wasn't used in M3GAN that I'm beginning to think maybe it's not a fact. It was never brought up. All right, so in a straight up punch up, yeah, according to Chucky, the film, Chucky can manipulate and take over, like control any smart device, including robots, as we see he started all the other robots.
That's why I call it a draw.
Yeah.
But according to the film, M3GAN can't. She can manipulate phones, TVs, and internet devices, but she can't. She can't manipulate other robots. She can't manipulate smart cars. She can't manipulate drones or anything like that. Yeah, this is only going by now.
But she was evolving, right?
No, she got. Didn't she?
Hold on a second. Did
She
she
hacked
evolve?
into that car to drive, didn't she?
Wait a minute.
I was watching
Hold on.
for that. She puts her
Yeah,
hands
did she
up to hold
evolve
the steering wheel.
in the end of the movie?
Yeah.
Yes,
no,
she did. Yeah, yes.
Let me just say though, right now, in theory, it would seem like she could manipulate what same as Chucky, right? But at the end, do you remember there was this robot called Bruce?
Yeah.
Yes. They fought at the end.
She couldn't control him. She could not manipulate him. She couldn't control this, and it wasn't half as superior as she was. Maybe bigger and stronger, half as superior as her. It wasn't she couldn't manipulate him. She couldn't do this, and it was never brought up what she could do in the sense. So I have to. It feels like she could be able to do it, but the film never suggested at any point, and she did lose to that robot.
Oh, remember.
But also,
remember in the basement when actually when I was at the company, they was actually programming her and putting like codes into her system to actually see what she can do because she was talking. And then they told her to stop, and she stopped. But then she started talking again. Then they started typing on the computer again. Then she stopped talking again.
Yeah.
So
right, she can manipulate. Right, that's what I was saying. Is she can manipulate TVs and internet-based stuff, but she couldn't take over or control any of the equipment. She couldn't take over and control robots. She couldn't take over and control the Bruce at the end. And the other thing is, I was going to say is that she's definitely stronger and faster than Chucky. I mean, she's able to pick people up and she's able to beat the shit out of him. But Chucky's very cunning and she's very strategic, you could say. Everything is a strategy. Chucky's just very sneaky and cunning. If you watch the film, he's manipulating everyone, right? And in the straight up fight, if they were in a ring, there's one serious weakness to Chucky that could get her, that could get him, and is to take the battery from the middle of his chest. Because when that shit comes out, he was gone. Now, to turn Chucky off was really hard. I mean, there was no way to take that battery out.
He was
when you touch the side of what's her name, she's
system,
gone,
right?
and she was hit.
Yeah, but she overrided that, didn't she?
That's what I was going to say. She overrided it, so I don't. Depends on the scenario and situation. But she got hit with a glass of water, and she started malfunctioning.
That was another thing too. Yeah, she has
Chucky
water.
was hit with a baseball bat, and he was held down by 4 kids.
But
One of them was
M3GAN
bigger than me.
actually controlled electricity also. Because remember when she actually got loud with her creator, she actually like blew the lights out.
Yeah,
The power surge?
No, she can do shit. But when it came to if she really could take over Bruce, the robot at the end that kicked the shit out of her, I think she would have, and she didn't.
Yeah.
And at no time was she able to suggest. Now, she got, as I said, Chucky got hit by a baseball bat. He's very, even though I'd say she's physically stronger, pick him up and do whatever, and she's faster, she could get to that battery before him. But if he could take her over, which he might be able to because he can do everything else, then she's fucked. And
but look, hold on. I want to chime in.
Go ahead, Davey. Go ahead.
But look, the reason why I said in Chucky's universe is because in Chucky's universe, that organization that made the dog, Caslin, is like the Apple. Everybody in that world has like Caslin products. Like it's every fucking thing. It's literally everything. It's all over the place.
That's
the reason why Buddy was able to manipulate so many things. So in Buddy's universe, I think that he's way more capable. He has way more tools. He can use the Caslin toys. He can use the Caslin products. He can use the Caslin, a car that's created by Caslin, like the self-driving car, like he did with that one lady and he killed her. I mean, it's what he could probably even do, like control like the CCTV or something. We don't know, you know. So the idea to me is, I think in Chucky's universe, or Buddy's universe, I think he has way too many tools for M3GAN to handle. I think that M3GAN's a lot more durable than him because he got his head pulled off by a woman, you know, like a regular ass woman.
Yeah,
and
but he was shot as well and stabbed at the same time.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he got stabbed. But I mean, I'm saying like M3GAN she took a chainsaw to the head, and it all it did was cut the skin part off. The lady had to kind of take her face apart in order to get to the drive, in order to try to take it out. But M3GAN was too quick for it. But the point I'm trying to say is, I think that based off of that alone, I think that M3GAN, based off of that last fight, I think M3GAN is a lot more durable than the Buddy doll. So I think if M3GAN gets her hands on Chucky, she might be able to rip him apart. But here's the thing. Again, in the Caslin universe, we found out that because at the end of the movie that Chucky is able to kind of send his shit to another body, right? So that other Buddy doll, the eye kind of flickered red and shit, kind of give you the hint that, you know, he transmitted his shit to another doll. So even though if M3GAN destroys that body, he could possibly get another body and just continue his onslaught. So I think in Chucky's universe, he's just gonna just send a wave of fucking people at her until eventually he kills her.
But M3GAN did the same thing.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Let me explain on this, Davey. And towards the end of the movie, bro, we saw that M3GAN, she was coming back, bro. She's evolving. So in the sequel, bro, hold on.
She uploaded herself into the cloud.
I'm just saying is this. But in the sequel, bro, you never know. M3GAN could probably do the same thing that Chucky's doing, bro.
And maybe in the sequel,
you never know.
He could become 7 foot tall and become Hulk Hogan. You know, we don't know because we haven't seen.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying this, that M3GAN, she can evolve just like he can.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying the
something else that they said that Chucky was very good at. They said straight away Chucky can already adapt instantly. He can adapt to anything that any character and any person. He can adjust and adapt straight away instantly to that person. So whatever M3GAN is doing, she would have to change her strategy every few seconds because Chucky would adapt every few seconds to what she's doing. Now going into M3GAN's world, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Before we go to M3GAN's world, hold on. You guys got to remember again. I understand what you're saying about M3GAN evolving and sending her. The thing is, I think that she sent her conscious or like her whatever she is, her being, like she probably digitally sent it to into the cloud, and that's why she was able to kind of like. That's why the house like had that stupid little camera thing move or whatever.
The cloud can be very dangerous too.
No, I get that, but she does. What I'm trying to say is the Buddy dolls in the Buddy's universe. He had, even if he sends it into a cloud, he has a physical body that he can push that information into and have a body. As of right now, do we know that? As of right now, do we know of any other M3GAN prototypes that they have? Like actually have like on the hand?
No,
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, Davey, but you never know, bro. They could probably have that show in the sequel, bro. You never know.
We have to go by what
we gotta go by what we have now. We didn't.
I know, what if they saving? But what if they saving to show you something later on, bro?
Maybe
you never know.
And then we have a different conversation then with the
dude, and then maybe like the next M3GAN looks like Undertaker. But the point is, that in the movie they didn't showcase any more M3GAN prototypes. That was the one and only one that they were working on. That was the one that they were going to use to roll it out. That's what they were doing, right? I'm not mistaken, right? Did they show any more M3GAN dolls in the movie? There, you just recently rewatched.
No,
that was the one and only M3GAN doll that we know of at the moment.
Yeah,
they wanted because I think they were thinking about mass producing them, but they hadn't started the process yet, right?
Yeah,
remember because
exactly. So, but they already mass produced. What happened?
Yeah, and Buddy, they had like all different types of ones. Because you had Buddy.
Yeah, they even had the upgrade version, the bears and stuff.
They had the bears. They had the different Buddy dolls. Exactly. So Buddy has multiple things to kind of like send his body into. And as of right now, M3GAN only has the body that she has. Now, can she possibly like send her conscience to like a a warehouse and then build up a M3GAN from scratch? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, like, but it hasn't happened yet. So since it hasn't happened yet, we can't really use that. We got to use what we have. But yeah, all right, now we can go to M3GAN.
But I'm just saying this. I'm just think that Davey, they could probably wait to show that in the sequel, just because when we seen the end of the first movie, bro, that they seen that okay, she was getting what was she doing again, Darrell? What did M3GAN do again in the end?
What?
She was getting into that. Was she getting into that?
She went into the security camera.
Okay, that's
like
what I'm saying. So you never know, bro. In the sequel, she could probably be evolving through all the security, bro, and it never know. Her like she could transfer her consciousness, bro, to a warehouse and build up another.
She might do.
That's what I just said.
You know what I'm saying?
I literally just said that. I know there's a possibility, but until it happens, we
can only go by what we've seen on the movies.
I mean, what you got me is when you said Buddy is just like Apple. That
exactly.
Makes plenty of sense.
Exactly. Yeah, there's plenty of products for him to go to because Kazlan is the Apple of that universe. So there's plenty of products.
Because if you think about it, you can't do Apple with Samsung, and Samsung can't do it with Apple. So I mean, because you only can do it with Apple, or you only can do it with Samsung. So yeah,
that's whoever has the Kazlan app, he could probably use the app on the phone, and then probably use the phone as like a camera or something to find out where you at.
They did do that.
Oh, see, there you go. Boom. That's what I'm saying. Like he has access to many different phones. He can find out where M3GAN's at. He can kind of plot and scheme and then devise a plan. He seems like a really good strategist too. Like based off of the end of the movie, he's a really good damn strategist. So I think in his universe, he has way too many tools for M3GAN to handle. If
you really thought about it, M3GAN could have actually took over that helicopter when she was in the house, and she was actually watching her friend outside playing, and M3GAN looked up at the helicopter. If M3GAN really wanted to take over that helicopter, she could have.
Maybe, possibly.
Again, it didn't like when
he didn't. But
when she got in that car in the film, it was the one thing I was waiting for. If she sits back and lets the car drive, that means she's able to take over smart cars and like that. She puts her hands out, and it only showed doing that, and I was like, "Yep, she can't control that car." Yeah, and it probably may not have been a smart car. Maybe that's the reason, but she didn't. So to me, with that monster big robot Bruce at the end, she couldn't take that over either. Where
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it again.
But going into M3GAN's world, I'm gonna still say it's all right. We have to assume that Apple isn't the same universe, so he can't plug into everything he can on his universe, if you get what I mean. Yeah. And I wouldn't quite say that her company, M3GAN's company, was the Apple of that universe because they were still somewhat up and coming. They were dealing with smaller toys. This was going to be their big deal to them. So again, I think that M3GAN definitely has the strength, the speed, and the strategicness to get on top of him. He's just very cunning. And I think in that world, it's hard because if he is not able to, I have to assume he can't tap into everything he can. Or I assume he can just tap into fucking anything that's smart. Because they didn't specifically say he can only tap into this company smart.
The reason why they said it, the only thing they said was that he's compatible with any Kazlan products. But I don't know if it said it. I don't remember if it said
at the beginning. They said he can when they showed a video of him and they showed that he can tap into anything in your house that has to do with smart. So it didn't quite say their company. It just says anything, even the heating, everything, And I have to assume.
Remember when he controlled that chainsaw? Not chainsaw, but that electrical saw when.
And that I don't think that Apple made that. Yeah, the saw where the guy was hanging on the. Yeah. So again, when we go into her world, I have to assume that he can control the same things that he could control in his, and then it becomes the same scenario. If he can't control the same stuff, then she still probably has the edge because she can control more and she is definitely stronger and faster than him. And as I said, that little thing, that battery operated thing, when you get that out of him, he's down. He's gone. I mean, those kids pulled it out of him, and he was gone. He was out of the game, and that would be enough for M3GAN too. And she's fast enough to get that off him if he can't take her over and control her like he could everything else. So it all depends on what he can control in her world. So
yeah, I completely agree with that. If he can find a way to hack into her world the way that he does in his world, then I think that there's a really good possibility that
he's cunning,
that he can probably win, right? But if it's just a straight up just fight, M3GAN's gonna win because I think she's way more durable. She's faster than him. She's a little more agile than him. Even though he's a little bit more stealthy, I think that her hits are going to be a lot more fatal than his.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because again, like I said, the mom ripped his head off like nothing, and I mean it took that big ass to rip him in half.
I do think ripping him would be what she'd need to do, because by hitting him, when he was hit by a baseball bat across the back of the head by that big kid, it didn't do shit. Then he was shot. It didn't do shit. He was stabbed.
They stabbed his battery, and he was still alive. And then
he was still on the way out at this point. But
but she stepped on his hand and then ripped his head off.
I do think she could rip him apart if you get.
Yeah, hell yeah, she's gonna rip him apart.
I think
especially if she gets that little blade. I think that little blade will do some damage too.
But bottom line is, I'm just gonna say that I think more than likely Chucky would beat her in both worlds. But she does have the opportunity. It wouldn't be just easy. She still has a good opportunity to take him down. That's me.
Yeah.
I think in her world, Chucky might lose in her world unless he could hack her. I think his only bread and butter would be able to hack her, or to be able to hack this at least somewhat of the amount of things that he can hack in his world. If he could do something only like that, then he might hold a chance, because that means he could use cars. He could use all kinds of things to his advantage and kind of like slow her down. But if he doesn't have access to that thing, then I think that M3GAN's probably going to pull out.
But M3GAN actually stopped people from hacking into her. Because remember that part when the guy and the girl was actually in the lab, when she was talking, and she was like, and they was like, she started talking, and she blocked him out of actually putting their stuff into the computer. So she actually blocked him. So I think in M3GAN's world, M3GAN can block.
Oh, damn, that's a good point.
So M3GAN can actually stop. It actually can stop Chucky from actually. Oh, you know what? What I can do is I can hack her. No, you can't. I'm going to block all that shit.
What company created M3GAN? What's the name of that company again?
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Toys R Us.
Yeah, he was about to say the same shit. Barbie.
I'm trying to think what was that company name that created M3GAN.
But what's the point though? What's the purpose of that?
I was going to say that. Well, do you know with that?
Derek, he was making a point. Hold on, let him finish.
What I'm just saying is, like, in M3GAN's world, I'm just saying is, like, you never know, like, like that company that created her and all stuff. Like I'm saying, she could be like so smart, like she can hack into like so many things in that company, just like what Darrell was talking about. And I'm just saying,
you mean like the other toys and things that they manufacture?
Probably she could.
Yeah, but they made smaller scale toys, I think, right? And
they made that toy.
It was some kind of like
back in the day. They had those little things that you had to feed, like a little. It's like a little.
Back in Furby or something to call it.
Oh yeah, exactly. It was a little Furby. Now, look, how dangerous is that going to be to Chucky? I don't think that's going to help her much. That's what I'm saying. Like that company didn't manufacture enough things, or wasn't. I don't think that company is a big enough threat. Like how the Caslin company was a threat in Chucky's universe. That Caslin company was big as shit. Like they seem to have their hands in everything. So, but I don't think
if M3GAN wanted to stop Chucky from actually trying to take over, she can actually stop.
This is what I was going to say though, Darrell, is that you brought up a good point about her being able to stop him breaking her firewall or whatever, right? All that.
Yeah.
But would she be able to stop him taking over everything at the same time because that's what he can do. Is it one thing at a time? Should she be able to stop him, or would she actually be able to stop him with everything that he can do?
I mean, if she can actually block. Okay, main objective, because you have to put a code into something to have it to work. Like you have to put like a vacuum cleaner or a smart TV or something. You have codes. When those codes are broken, you can take over it. Only thing that you got to do is that you can put a code in it to actually have that person or something to stop it. So M3GAN still can have the ability to actually control other things, but they can't control her.
Okay.
But then we also have to take into consideration. We also got to take into consideration if Chucky has the same amount of like leverage that he has in his universe.
Right.
Me personally, I think that either of these characters can like. I think either of these characters
fuck each other up.
I think any of these characters with Wi-Fi will be able to hack into a system. Right. It just depends on like who can do it faster. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
Who can? Because I mean, based off of feats alone, I do think that Chucky might have a little bit more advantage in hacking because he was running all the toys and he was running the security system of the whole freaking building
and the drones. At the drones,
yeah, he was doing the drones. He was doing the toys. Didn't
M3GAN do that at the end of the movie? No. Didn't she do that to the when they was actually going to make
that little
presenting M3GAN? Didn't she like control the elevator? Didn't she control like the whole?
No, the elevator. She actually.
Yeah, she pushed the button. Yeah. You're right.
The only thing she controlled was that Alexa type thing that woman had.
Yeah,
She controlled that. She could change her voice, but where she couldn't take that Bruce, I keep calling it Bruce, but that robot, it wasn't even half as advanced as her, and she couldn't take it.
But if you think about it, they did the same thing. She had to put a code in Bruce to make Bruce beat M3GAN.
Facts. That does make sense.
No, she had gloves.
Yeah, she had the gloves.
I know. She had the gloves, but the gloves was programmed by a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the gloves are most likely sending a signal to Bruce, and for her not to be able to block that signal kind of makes you think like, hey, like is she as adept at hacking as we think she is? She wasn't able to block that signal. From what we know.
But to make those gloves work on Bruce, so Bruce can beat M3GAN, she had to put something in to control the rope, to control the gloves, to control Bruce. Bruce beat M3GAN.
Yeah,
she had to.
But Chucky could easily take over Bruce.
You're right.
Maybe. But hey, that's the thing.
This is a good one. We don't know. This is a good one.
We honestly don't know. But look, if this is what I think. I think if Chucky if he's in her world and he has access to as many things as he does in his universe, then I think he could possibly beat M3GAN because he's gonna just keep hitting her with cars and all kind of crazy shit, and he's gonna slow her down as much as he can until he can go in with the death blow. Now, if he doesn't have access to everything in his universe, then I think that Chucky is definitely getting washed. I think that M3GAN will whoop his ass, rip his head off, and then hold it up as a monumental gift. But so it's really dependent on how much
and how far away from Mother Dolls he is.
Right, but remember, and Buddy, like you said, he was controlled by that whole internet, by like Apple was controlled. But when he goes into M3GAN's world, what if they do not have that?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't have that, it's all depending on if he has that access. If he has that access, if he has access to anything with like Wi-Fi and he can hack it to the system like he did in his universe, then I think that he could possibly beat M3GAN because he's a strategic being, and on top of that, he probably knows one-on-one close combat he getting fucked up. So he knows, all right, I need to slow her down. I'm gonna slow her down the best way I can, and then I'm gonna go in for the kill. He's not dumb. He's not gonna go straight heads up with her.
I'm gonna get Bruce.
Yeah, he might. He might be like, well, maybe I'll go get Bruce. But if it's just a straight up head-to-head fight in both universes, if it's just both of them, I think that M3GAN would take it just off of raw strength, and she's just a lot more durable. But if Buddy can access everything else, in her universe as well as his, he might pull away with the W. So this one is a little this is a wobbler, man. This is kind of complicated.
It's very they're two so similar. It's unbelievable.
Megan has Samsung. Chucky has Apple.
All right, so look,
There it is.
we got it. All right, look. So, do we think we got to try to pick one? We got to try to pick one. We got to try.
I'm picking Chucky.
Okay.
Derek picked Chucky. He picked his man Chucky.
I'm going with a draw.
You're going with a draw. Okay. What you got, Darrell?
Chucky, come on, say it. Just say it, Chucky. Just say it. Do it, Justin. Just do it. Just say it.
I mean, honestly, bro, if you think about it, bro, like they're both AI robots and all stuff, but dang it.
I'm going with a draw.
Honestly, bro, with this, bro, y'all. I'm gonna say it's this. Y'all both have good points, bro. But honestly, I'm kind of like in the middle. Just kind of in the middle.
So you're gonna say draw?
Probably.
All right, we got 2 draws and a Chucky.
I think.
I get what y'all saying. I get what y'all saying, but I'm just saying it's this though. From what I've seen, like in the M3GAN, like in the end of the movie, bro. Like, it was showing that she's evolving, bro. And I was like, well, that's going to basically tease in the sequel, bro, that we don't know what she's capable of. It might not just be her, bro. She might make some other stuff.
Right. But we still don't know what Chucky can do. Because,
Chucky's supposed to have a sequel too. So
yeah, he was evolving.
It's kind of, the same. That's just why I'm in the middle.
I agree with them both in a sense where it's so close that I'm only
it's like damn near a draw.
What I said, but because we still don't know enough about M3GAN in the sense that it felt like she could do everything that Chucky. Just because they didn't
see it. That's the thing.
They didn't say.
No, we didn't see it. They didn't show it. They didn't show as much. Maybe there's probably some deleted scenes, bro. We don't know.
She might have been able to do all that, but it just didn't say.
I'm going to watch it,
and that's enough for me to go Chucky. Chucky.
Shit. I think.
Oh! What you got? Chop.
It's crazy because I'm like,
you made a case for Chucky.
What you got? Chop.
No, I did. No, I did. I definitely did. But it's like,
let me ask you this:
Darrell made a very excellent point when he said that M3GAN does have the ability to block people trying to hack into her. The problem is she hasn't showcased that ability to block it when it's controlling something else. So in regards to that, I think that Chucky might be so fucking strategic that he might try to hack her just so that she could block it, just so that he could be like, bitch, I wasn't trying to hack you anyway. I was trying to get to this system right here. Now that I got full control of the system, I'm about to use the system to fuck you up. So I think
M3GAN can go into it.
No, I get that, but I'm saying
that's why I'm in the middle, bro.
If Chucky's trying to hack M3GAN, right, and she's using all of her power, all of her shit to try to block him on that front, and he's like, I'm just using this as a reason to go backdoor and try to hack into maybe this building, maybe this car, maybe this, maybe that. And then he's like, I didn't want full access to you anyway. I just wanted the access to everything else around you.
But M3GAN can also do the same thing. M3GAN can go in the Chucky. So you gonna get this TV? All right, I'm gonna do something else to make that TV even better. Like she can go one up on him. They both can go up one on him.
It's a wobbler, man. It's a wobbler.
That's why I said
turn off his camera,
bro. I'm in the middle.
Don't turn my camera off.
Turn on my camera. I'm gonna go ahead and say
Chucky.
You want to be in the middle, Davey. You know you want to.
Yeah, I think I'm about to call this shit a draw, bro. I think I'm gonna call it a draw.
Hold on. He said a draw. He said a draw.
Oh, but you're the guy who was picking M3GAN.
No, because I'm saying, like, you gotta look. I think in Chucky's universe, he has a clear advantage, and I think that he will win hands down. In M3GAN's universe, it's too many hypotheticals. It's too many what ifs. If he can access that stuff, we don't even know if he can fully yet. He might be able to. I'm leaning more towards him being able to, but then at the same time, she might be able to block that. See, he has a clear pathway to it because he's the Caslin Empire or the Caslin Company is already big in his universe, so he already is built into that system. M3GAN's universe is something different, so he has to kind of start from scratch. So I don't know if he will be able to do it.
If you think about it, if you put M3GAN in Chucky's universe, M3GAN can do the same exact shit to Chucky.
Yeah, but when it's Apple on top of Apple, and he kind of can control Apple, it's.
But hold on, if you you can control Apple. It's like I have an Apple phone, and you have a Samsung, right, baby?
Yeah.
Samsung can do the same shit as what Apple can do, but
I
better.
know, but Apple taps into Apple a lot better than Samsung does. If you tend to
because if you like, that's the thing. He's already in that system. Like he's already been embedded with the technology needed to pair with all of these devices. So he already has like an open door access to it, and he has more of a capability to open and close that door. When
I hate Apple. I prefer Android. I'm picking M3GAN. That's all. I've changed my fucking mind. That's it. She's Android. I'm Android. Samsung. Yeah, so that's it.
That's what I'm saying. So like honestly, like I think that Chucky has showed more ability to hack than M3GAN in a straight up physical fight. Though, if M3GAN could get her hands on him, she's ripping his ass apart. So it's too many hypotheticals for me to pick like an absolute winner. So I just gotta go with a draw, man. To keep it a buck, I gotta go with a draw.
See, I'm saying it's a draw, bro. I'm just saying, like, because here's the thing, Derek. Because I'm just saying is this, just like Darrell said, bro. They're basically just like the same. But like when I seen in the end of M3GAN, bro, you saw, bro, she was starting to evolve, bro. And so we don't know. Chucky. And I'm just saying is this. In the sequel, in the sequel, we may get a M3GAN 2.0, and that's probably what they're waiting.
No, but if you see Chucky, there's already a new version of Chucky. He was the old version. So can you imagine what the newer version would have been able to do?
Chucky was even going to.
I mean, yes,
Chucky was even going to.
And he was evolving. He adapts instantly to anything.
Chucky was even going to be black. So you don't know what Chucky was going to do. I'm just saying.
Chucky like,
he just had to go ahead and say that.
Chucky was going to be a bro. Tell you.
No, but I'm just saying this though. But what I've seen in that end of M3GAN is that she was starting to evolve, and I'm pretty sure that's why the writers are waiting for the sequel. They're probably going to tease. This is what M3GAN can do. M3GAN is a real deal. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, no, I agree. But what are you saying? Why you keep bringing up maybes and we don't know yet?
There's a possibility, bro.
No, but there's
that's what I'm saying
as well.
I get what you're saying. I'm in the middle, bro. I'm in the middle. But I'm just saying is this. In the sequel, they might make M3GAN like the real deal, bro. Like for real. They might be saving something that was like saying, all right, this is what M3GAN can do. She can hack into everything, bro. Drones, all that stuff. Likely. That means that they are definitely like
but then in the Chucky, they might say he can control people's minds too. So he can take over nuclear weapons, and he can
control people's minds.
He can do all this. He can become, WWE champion.
No, he's telling you like what if. That's what I'm saying. Like we can't go off of what ifs. We can only go off of like what's there. Now, if they were to put out a M3GAN book, and then the M3GAN book kind of like went into emphasis about some shit that she couldn't do in the movie, or went into emphasis about other things, then sure. But at the same time, like both these characters are able to hack things. They're both intelligent, artificially intelligent. Honestly, it was a hard pick. I really think that it's too circumstantial. Pick one, because I think that if Buddy has access to technology, it's a possibility that he's going to win. If it's a straight up slugfest, like no computers, no hacking, no nothing, M3GAN's pulling off with the W. So it's really just situational. But I'm gonna just call it a draw, just to be on the safe side.
What happens if his eyes turn red? Then what?
Nothing. Yeah, what if M3GAN's eyes turn blue?
No, but actually, being honest with you, that's actually a bad giveaway of his. If you think about it, every time he was going to do something nasty or crap, his eyes turned red.
But hold on, if you think about it, his eyes turn red every time. So M3GAN can actually figure out, okay, when is his eyes going to turn red? M3GAN can hack into his system and say, hey.
I don't think she gives a shit when he goes.
Yo, that's a good point, Darrell. That's a good point.
No, bro. But I can counter that. Or
that's a good point,
bro. When he's mad now.
He can turn his eyes red on purpose just to confuse her.
But Megan can turn her eyes green. So it's going to be
one thing about Megan. She was more advanced. Did you see when Megan was looking through her eyes? She could see the temperature of people if they trusted you by what they were, the facial expressions.
So Megan can know.
He seemed to look like he wasn't even in 720p, like his eyes.
Right. So then Megan can see. Okay.
Well, Chucky doesn't have those expressions though. He doesn't get warm. He doesn't get cold. He doesn't.
He's He's a robot. He doesn't.
Megan was a robot.
Huh? Megan's a robot too.
Listen.
No, I know, but I'm saying like Megan's. Okay, look. Megan was created to read humans. She's not created to read robots.
No.
Okay. Good point there. So what did Megan do to the little girl? She actually trusted Megan, made her trust her. So what happened?
Yeah.
So you think she's gonna get Buddy to trust her? Look at my dance. Trust me. I don't know what is she gonna do.
Megan, but the girl attitude changed when they try to take Megan away. Her whole attitude changed.
Facts.
Megan probably tried to take away his homeboy Andy. Chucky wasn't feeling that. And then Chucky was like, look here, there's only gonna be one AI here.
This is a good one. I like this one. This is a good one.
But like I said, I think it's kind of hard. I think just depending on the circumstances.
You guys did well.
It could be tipping. It could tip anyway.
Particularly proud of Justin because he went in. Megan was going to win. That was it. That's all I'm hearing. Megan. And he come out. It's a draw. I'm proud of you.
I understand where both of y'all coming from, bro. But I'm just saying this. Like, you know, I can't say that Chucky will win. I can't say that Megan's going to win because they're both AI robots, bro.
I feel
but
that.
The thing is, though, from what I've seen in the end of Megan, that in the sequel, bro, like she hacked in. What did she hack into again? Darrell, was it that phone or something like that? That phone.
She hacked into a phone to actually make her voice sound like.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You can do that.
Phone, bro. She's gonna get. She may get into like security systems and all.
If you think about it,
I know it's the same thing. I'm just saying, like,
if you think about it, Chucky did the same shit to a fucking
he
car.
did.
He controlled the whole security system in that shop.
That store.
I just want to say, Darrell, you brought up some really good points this time.
Yeah, that blocking the hacking thing was on point.
Yeah.
Hey, but let us know in the comment section down below who you guys think will win. Do you think Megan will win or you think the Buddy doll will win? Honestly, it was too hard for us to decide. A majority voted on a draw. Derek says Chucky's winning this shit. So let us know if you agree with us. Let us know if you agree with Derek. Or do you disagree with all of us and say, man, y'all tripping. Megan gonna pull out the W. Anyway, let us know in the comment section down below. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Make sure to like and subscribe to this man's channel. And make sure to like and subscribe to these two dudes' channel. And don't forget to check the description. I'll have links and all that good stuff for you to find them. You are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys are magnificent today. And welcome to the fucking Terrordome.